Ke a leboha ho thola sebaka le monyetla wa ho bua ka ho tla ha letlatsa letona ntate Kenny Morolong to o tlo buisana le kabinete ya Mme Queen Letsoha Mathai ha itla e tobane le meralo e mmuso e nang le ngona ka dikgokahanyo, which is government communications.
Let me first indicate that we had quite an engaged session with the Provincial Executive Council of the Free State. The first chapter of the government communication policy was developed and approved by Cabinet in 2018. The revised one was approved by Cabinet last year in October. It really set out processes, procedures of how government communicates with the citizenry in our country. It defines specific roles of actors who play an important role in government communication. You would know that Section 32 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa guarantees access to information to all the citizens of the country. So the government communication policy colleagues inter alia enjoins government to set aside 3 to 5% outside of the compensation of employees of the entirety of their operational budget towards communication. It further says out of that 3 to 5%, 30% must be set aside for advertising spend on community media. It is now policy, and policy is binding on the entirety of government. And so today we had very fruitful discussions with the Provincial Executive Council to expound on the government communication policy.
Look, we are very elated as a province for the good news that have been brought by the DM and his team of GCIS to the Free State Provincial Government insofar as presenting the approved, reviewed government communications policy. The great news that is coming with this policy, amongst others, for the community media sector, is for government now making it a policy that they should set aside 30% of their media spend in government media budgets for community media and supporting the community media in our province. And we have made a commitment as a province as well, way before this time came, of the new or reviewed policy. As a province committed in the community media sector that we are going to set aside 40% of our media spend for community media. And we are saying as a province and reaffirming our commitment to say that we are still committed, but we need to now work closely with the NCRF as the body that regulates and oversees community media in our province, to see in terms of the issues that makes it difficult for government to procure from community media. Amongst others, in the main, is the issue of compliance. So we need to have conversations between ourselves as government and the MDDA as the agency overseeing the community media sector, and the GCIS and the NCRF in our province, to see how we can work together to make sure that we help each other in achieving the 40% target of media spend that the Premier has committed to, and we are still committed to date.